Now, at 6:36, a Christian magistrate who was sacked after opposing adoption by gay parents is planning to sue the Justice Secretary, Michael Gove, over the decision.
Richard Page, who was removed from the family court in Kent after 15 years, has promised to take legal action through an employment tribunal. And Richard joins us now. Welcome to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Why were you sacked?
Well, they sacked because of prejudice of my religious views but that's what they said anyway, when I was in a court case to do with adoption.
Now, when you're on these family benches, you sign up to a judicial oath.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, the judicial oath is to be fair and reasonable and keep the law. But as I also mentioned to the Lord Chancellor some time ago, that I kept the oath because the last 4 words of the oath are "so help me God."
But you're not actually supposed to bring in personal religious beliefs to override the judicial oath, are you? I mean, the argument here is you may have your Christian beliefs and they're to be respected, but at the same time you're supposed to be giving completely impartial judgment on people seeking adoption, and whether you like it or not, same-sex adoption in this country is now legal. It's not for you, is it, to say, well, my religious beliefs mean I don't agree with the law?
Yeah, what my responsibility on the bench is to do what is best for the child, not what is best for the parents, what's best for the child.
But the law's the law.
Yeah, but there is no definition of what is best for the child. I have to make that decision along with the other magistrates.
Why do you think that being adopted by a gay couple would not be good for a child?
Well, because, my understanding is that a man and a woman is the natural way of having a child.
So do you think that single parents shouldn't be allowed to adopt either?
I think it's what's best for the child, and I would have thought a man and a woman is what's best for a child.
So you rule out... I mean, you are obviously in a very influential position as a magistrate on the family bench, and presumably, at some stage you might be very influential over individual adoptions, but you're ruling out all sorts of legally viable situations which the country and the law have decided are good for a child, simply because you think it should be a man and a woman.
No, but again, there is no definition of what is best for a child, and therefore the magistrates, the 3 of us, have to make that decision.
But the law has decided what's best for a child, and that is to place a child for adoption in these situations,
homes. They come for us for adoption, and there is a case brought before us, and we have to make the decision what is best for the child.
Do you think...
And I feel that what is best for a child is what is natural, which is a man and a woman, and that is what, it's in Scripture, that is what is best for a child.
You talk about natural earlier. I mean, do you think that being gay is unnatural?
It is not what is best for a child, and it's not what is best...
That wasn't the question I asked you. Do you think that being gay is unnatural?
Being a homosexual is not... in Scripture, it doesn't say that being a homosexual is good or bad.
What is your belief?
But what is wrong is homosexual activity.
Really?
Yes. As sex outside marriage is not right.
But you're aware there are many, many gay people who'd be watching this thinking, well, you just sound like an old bigot.
No, what I'm saying is what is best for a child. That's my responsibility when I'm in the court. What is best for the child?
What is concerning everybody is not what is best for the child, but the fact that the person whose job it is to determine this clearly is homophobic. You are.
No, I'm not homophobic.
But you are.
No, I'm not.
You just stated things which are clearly homophobic.
That's what is best for a child is what is required.
Yes, but you're the one who is presiding over what is best for this child. You're the one who can have a final say, and yet you are homophobic. You don't think that gay people make good parents, do you? You don't think that a gay lifestyle is natural. You think it's a sin.
No, I think that, again, I go back to the fact that what is my legal requirement is to do what is best for a child.
Well, your legal requirement, with respect, is to uphold the law which says that same-sex marriage since 2002 is legal in this country. I come back to your personal homophobia, which is the reason I think you've lost your job, and it's pretty transparent to me, is that you're basically anti-gay, and that's a problem in this country.
That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is what is best for a child, and what I can... And all of us have to make that decision as a magistrate, what is best for a child, and that
you have 3 kids.
I consider what
you have 3 children, don't you?
Yes. They're
all adult now, yeah?
Yes.
Are any of them gay?
No.
If they had been gay, how would you have reacted?
No, that was just said that being gay as such is not the problem. It is, I'm a sinner, I'm a human being, so are you. All right, we all do things that are wrong.
But if one of your children came to you and said, "I'm gay, Dad, and I want to have a gay marriage. So what would you have said to?
I would not, certainly not. I wouldn't have been happy with that by any stretch of the imagination.
Would you reject them?
No, because they're my children. All right. You know, any more than I would expect them to.
And do children not deserve loving parents? And two loving parents who are gay are equal in the eyes of the law to
well,
a
there
man
is also
and a woman?
evidence that they are not as good over the whole lifestyle of the child.
Where have you got that from?
From America, where they have had gay people have been adopting children for longer. There is not. I don't think there is anybody in Britain who has been adopted who is now going through puberty and teenage. Whereas in America, the evidence is that there are problems, huge problems, when they go through puberty.
And what about the
teenage.
problems of regular adoption? There must be many regular adoptions, which also have a lot of problems. It seems to me, again, that unfortunately you're coming at this from a premise of you're basically homophobic. You don't want to see...
I've worked with people who are homosexual, you know, and all sorts of things like that. That's not the problem. The problem is are they going to be the best for the child?
But you don't agree with same-sex marriage?
I do not agree with
You don't agree with
marriage.
same-sex adoption?
That's it. I do not see that could ever be the best for the child.
Right, and
that is
just
my
to clarify,
responsibility.
but you're sitting on a family bench which is supposed to be allowing same-sex adoption if they meet all the criteria. Clearly, I can see why you've been sacked. With all respect, you don't believe in same-sex adoption.
No, they are discriminating against my religious views, which are. That under the Equality Act, they are allowed.
Okay.
That's on exactly the same basis.
Yeah, I don't think it is. But listen,
it is.
Good luck with your case, but I think it's pretty obvious why you got sacked.
OK. Well, it's interesting to talk to you, Richard Page. Thank you very much
indeed
for coming in.